Hey there everyone, welcome to TPJ's line of podcasts. This month's theme is body positivity. So I hope you guys stay tuned and learn a little something and maybe we'll learn more from you. So yeah, like, share and subscribe and stay tuned to watch more. Disclaimer, there are mentions of gender, sexuality, abuse, mental health and any other triggers that may be applicable to you. So be sure to take care of yourself and read our description for any more trigger warnings. Also, if you ever do need the help, you can always reach out to the Planger. So, hey guys, thank you all for coming for this body podcast. So, tell me a little why you guys here. Let the people know what brought you guys to this.
I've been volunteering with TPJ for the past year, and when we came up with this body positivity podcast, I brought up the point of me having an autoimmune disease, which is called SLE lupus, and basically an autoimmune disease can sort of affect any part of your body at any point of time, and so my struggles with body image and everything were very difficult from other people's, but at the same time I met people who had different struggles too. So I mean, for I'm sure you must have something too.
I feel like, hi, I'm Supriya. I work as a therapist. For me, it's always been a lot about how you accept and feel comfortable in your own skin. Took me a very, very long time to just accept that fact, and took me a very long time to understand that there are moments in your life where you feel like so uncomfortable in your own skin that you don't know how you're accepting yourself. You don't accept what other people's perspective of you is, and you let sometimes that change who you are as an individual just to meet up with that ideal body type that people want to talk about. Ideal body types, shape, skin color, everything. And it's so difficult with respect to how your own personal, physical, emotional, mental, social health is when you're talking about that. That it alters you to another extent.
That's fair.
And that insight, that awareness came in through a process. It was not like something that happened like this, really quick. It took a while just to get there.
Okay. So, I mean, there has been this general conversation in the media about looking pretty versus feeling pretty, or dress in the way what makes you happy, or are you doing it to please other people? What was your journey? Was there a difference between looking pretty and feeling pretty for you, or was it kind of always the same thing?
For me, dressing up was a way of self-expression, and so it always sort of represented or expressed like a mood that I had, or a phase that I was going through. But there are those preconceived notions that you sort of internalize even without sometimes realizing. So you're a little heavy, you shouldn't wear dresses, or things like shouldn't wear horizontal stripes because it makes you look wider, things like that. And so for the longest of time I did not wear dresses because I was I was told that I would not look good in them, and I just, without even trying, I was believed it. And then I started trying it on and I started feeling pretty when I looked at myself, but when you see yourself through another person's perspective, then you sort of realize, oh yeah, maybe I'm not traditionally pretty, or not traditionally the
beauty standard.
Ideal beauty, perfect.
Same.
Perfect hourglass, perfect white skin.
I think that's so stupid. For the better word of it, only because of the fact that it's more for me personally, it would be about feeling comfortable and safe in your own skin rather than feeling anything else, rather than looking pretty. Because I have done everything. I have never. I have worn salwar kameez. I have done everything that they would say, except for wear short chote kapre. And I have gone to extreme makeup as well. My journey to getting and putting on makeup was so tough. That's a whole different story, only because of the fact that I was not comfortable in my own skin. Today I wear makeup only because this is how I want to feel today. It's not about how I want to feel every day of my life.
That's fair.
And whether I look pretty to you or not.
Yeah.
It's whether I feel pretty or whether I feel comfortable and safe in my own skin right now.
Yeah.
True, and also like like I said, I've started wearing dresses, but it's just restricted to like a group of people that I'm going out with and I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's just like in a very comfort zone sort of a thing.
Of course.
I have like a thing to add to that. So sorry. So there was this. So I could never wear dresses only because of the fact that I have thunder thighs,
Oof.
as told to me by my mother. So because of thunder thighs, I had like the fear of wearing dresses. I can never say it. Thunder
Thighs.
Thunder.
Thighs.
Thunder thighs. Oh, I can say it when I'm laughing. Thunder thighs. Right? So because of that, like it was so difficult for me to wear, let's say, a little tight clothes because I was like, oh, constricting means I am showing every little bulge I have. Like I have a tire, so we call it walla.
Walla.
Yeah, like walla, but this is walla, the tire.
Huh.
Right?
Okay.
And my mother used to go like, oh, listen, tere walle dikh rahe. And I'm like, dude, that's a whole different story. But coming back to about how like wearing dresses was so tough.
Yeah.
Only because of the fact that I was showing skin from here, I was showing skin from like here.
Yeah.
And being a child who was very hairy and chubby was difficult to another extent.
Yeah.
So I did this 1 week challenge where I wore just dresses and dresses of different types. That means wearing like those t-shirt dresses, wearing like the slinky little dresses, and I went to work with all of this. My boss is like kind of cool that way. She's like, wear what makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I wore like those bodycon tight ass dresses. I wore everything possible, like short also, and like everything. And by the end of it, like one of my co-workers just commented saying, I've never seen you wearing a dress. And I was like, oh, that's true. Then she's like, why do you hide your body behind like frumpy oversized clothes? And I was like, I don't know, probably because I'm not comfortable. And being somebody who is 24 working as a therapist, it took me a very long time to include that and understand that, you know what, it's affecting me.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable.
That's fine.
And that 1 week challenge, I swear to God, changed my life.
I mean, so she spoke about family, right? And like, what was your family's contribution to all of this? Like, how did family work out for you in this dynamic? Like, were they supportive? Because you did talk about like having a disease that is lifelong. Like, how did that play a role with family?
My family sort of was supportive and is still right now, but just because of the disease right now, they want me to get fitter.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, and they understand the kind of effort it takes, but they still like sort of like, yeah, take your time, but at least start with something. Start with eating healthy. But eating healthy is difficult when you're living alone in another city and you don't have the means, you don't have the resources, and it's just easier to get like food.
A 32 rupee burger over a 300 salad.
Yeah, exactly. It's just easier to get that. But because like my mom also has low metabolism and other things like that, she knows the kind of struggle it is, and so she's kind of supportive. So I'm like, family is okay. It's just the fact that kind of right now for me, they want me to get fitter. That's what it is right now.
Okay. So when we talk about like how family is perceiving it, there's also like the world that moves beyond just the family. So like that brings in like an element of social media, standards set by media, or even like standards set based on even where you're living. So like Indian standard of beauty, and India, like within India, the states itself have different standards of beauty, and then you move like to the states, and then you move to like the European Union. All of that has like such different standards. Like how is that affected? Like has it impacted you in any way, or have you been able to like just keep away from it?
You remember that funny story I was telling? So for me, it's been a very tough journey only because of the fact that, I'm sorry, mommy, but you called me thunder thighs. That hurt. That hurt here. It didn't hurt anywhere else. Like it doesn't affect me physically. It just affects me emotionally. That there is somebody who I'm so close to says that to me, and that hurts.
Yeah, of course.
The fact that I grew up with, for most summers, I was with my grandmother. And when I was with my grandmother, it was either watching Hindi TV serials or watching Hindi movies.
Yeah.
I chose Hindi movies.
Yeah.
Because I knew that they ended fastest. And they had like a running show time that they had and it stopped after. But I didn't know that the impact that they would create on me would last for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And till today, I can never wear colorful pants.
What do you mean?
So, do you know the movie? What is it? Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum?
I think everyone knows.
Yeah, amazing movie, amazing family standards and values. So for that, like there was this thing where Kareena Kapoor and Kajol are coming out, and Pooh was as usual the beauty queen and everything, and Pooh just goes like, listen, green makes you look fat, black makes me look thin. So imagine that was the turning moment in my life when I stopped wearing color. Like I talk about not wearing color, like up until now there are days when it's so difficult to wear color. Only because of the fact that every time I look into the mirror, I don't see myself as beautiful or thin or whatever it is. Like the words that they have, like nowadays the word thick is going around. And that's like a whole different story altogether. But color was so important to me, and I used makeup as the way that I could put the color out there in me. But wearing black. So every day I wore black.
Wow.
Every day. I had like a million shades of black. Okay. Funniest thing ever.
Did you like it? Did you want color?
No, so my version of color was wearing good underclothes which had color. So like rebelling against the society from the from the underneath bit. Also it was about how there were days when my mom told me that you should wear black because black makes you look thin and different colors make you look a little more fat.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I wore like black and white, black and white, black and white. White was never below. It was always on top. So that was difficult. But coming back, so I moved around a lot because I did study in different, places in India. So Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Bombay and Pune. And the funniest thing that I realized is that people are not really aware a lot about how the body affects you. Right? So I had a knee operation that happened when I was 14 and another knee operation that happened when I was 17, 18. I think 16 and 18. I'm not really sure, but I know that there was a 2 years gap. The only reason I can never remember the age is because it's suppressed somewhere deep down.
That's right.
But it's also about the fact that I put on a lot of weight after that knee operation. I had ligament tears in both. And when the ligament tear happened, I was supposed to be on bed rest.
So you can't
you can't move around, you can't do anything. And then when people ask you why you're putting on weight, you're just like, oh, you know what, my body does not have that metabolic rate that it has to process everything. So I put on like 15 kgs after every operation, and getting back to the shape was so difficult only because I played sports like throw ball, basketball and football. The fear of just going back to the sport killed me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the sadness that I was in made me just eat.
That's true.
And like you were talking to me about how like difficult it was, and I was like, oh wow, that must be tough.
So like the opposite happened to me. Like when I had the disease, before the diagnosis, I lost like about 20 kgs. I literally wasn't eating, not because I was starving myself or anything, but I just didn't have the appetite to eat. So so it's like when you lose weight, you're just getting fitter for other people, even if you're actually getting worse. So my teachers would actually congratulate me on that. Like one of them literally called me up in front of everyone and was like, oh my god, you've lost so much weight, this is so good and all of that. And I was like, that's not even a teacher's thing to say.
And also you were actually sick.
I was sick. I looked sick. And but after like the diagnosis, I was given steroids and all of that, and I gained all of that weight back, and now it's even more difficult to lose that.
So like when you were ill, it was like you were losing weight and they
Yeah.
were like appreciating the
Yeah.
entire phenomenon. And finally, when you were getting better, it's, oh, you're getting healthy, you're getting.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. So, Simran, Aakriti, I mean, thank you for sharing so much. I mean, both of your journeys have been incredibly different, but yet surprisingly almost the same. Like, difficulties wise, at least there's like a common sentiment of pain that's underlying all of it. And I really hope like we can continue having this conversation, because I think in the next podcast to come, we're targeting like food, the health industry, how has all of that impacted it. So I really hope that we can sum this conversation and bring it out there to the public. So yeah, thank you guys, and I hope to like have you guys around, give your inputs, and you're always part of the TPJ family. So yeah,
Cool.
thanks guys.
Oh, P.S. Don't forget the measuring tape.
Jesus, you're to hell.